Hi, welcome to the Blueshirts corner. So the Rangers took on the Minnesota Wild last night, and they managed to fall 5-2 to a Minnesota Wild team where the Minnesota defense was suffocating the Rangers. I mean, they had no time, no space, and it was just like quicksand. Like one thing goes wrong, then another thing goes wrong. Before you know it, you're in over your head. Like Victor Stahlberg, he gives up this puck on an attempt with an outlet pass, and it's just intercepted by Thomas Vanek. And basically, Mark Stahl loses his guy and into the zone, and Mikko Koivu, wide open in front of the net, puts the Minnesota Wild up 1-0. And then shortly after that, Antti Ranta takes a puck off the helmet like a bomb of a shot. It looks like he's out with the concussion now. It forces Lundqvist into action tonight, and it looked like he wasn't even prepared for this. Like it looked like Lundqvist was not. He didn't have any preparation to be going into the net in this game, and then it's like it felt like our defense held like they held him out to dry in a sense. But Lundqvist was clearly doing what he could. I mean, he did have some shots where he would normally it'd be a routine save, but you know what I mean. It went in. He let in a few goals that was unlike Lundqvist, and the fact that the Rangers, they didn't help him enough in their own zone. And now Lundqvist is like, it just seems like he's trying, but I mean Lundqvist is not looking like the same Lundqvist to start this season, because the team in front of him, it's like Lundqvist is trying to do more than he should, because you know what I mean. He can't trust the guys in front of him. That's how it felt. And just the way that the Vanek was able to set up Mikko Koivu for that first goal just set the tone for this game. The Rangers, like, all they had was 5 shots total in that first period, and nothing to show for it. And they go into the second period trailing 1-0, and the Minnesota Wild would eventually get another goal. As they're on the power play. And Niederreiter is just basically, he started that whole strong move in front of the net there. And he generated a rebound for Matt Dumba, who swatted this puck right out of the air. And the Minnesota Wild, they're up 2-0. And then a few minutes after that, after the Wild scored, the Rangers were able to respond. And I'll be honest, it was a good goal. Tanner Glass forechecking out there, Emerson Edom doing some work too. But they set up Dominic Moore for this goal. I mean, I'll tell you, he smoked this puck past Devin Dubnyk to snap Dubnyk's, I don't know what kind of a shutout streak he had before he got injured. Then he came back, and the point is, Dominic Moore gets this goal. Now it's 2-1. I'm thinking, okay, now we're coming back. But you know what? The momentum, it wasn't heading in the Rangers' direction throughout that intermission. I'll tell you, they come out in that third period, and then the Wild, they had other ideas basically, as their defense was just clogging up the zone in that third period. 2 consecutive goals for the Wild. Jason Pottenville came away with his first goal, and then Chris Porter, he follows it up with a fluky bounce on the goal line just about 40 seconds after that. The Rangers finally stopped the bleeding with under 4 minutes remaining, as Ryan McDonough with this one-timer and a nice setup by JT Miller. It made it a nice 4-2 game, but the Wild eventually they closed it out as Mikko Koivu chips home his second goal of the night and gave the Wild a 5-2 lead. And then after struggling yet again, the Rangers failed to get the job done, and they have yet another loss. And it seems like they've only won 3 games out of the last 11. Like something needs to change. Like, this Rangers team, I'm just hoping that something big happens for tomorrow's game. I'm thinking Stepan's gonna be back. That's what the rumor is, that Derek Stepan's gonna play tonight versus Winnipeg, and I don't know who's gonna be the guy to sit out. I mean, at this point, Oscar Lindberg, I mean, he's been irrelevant out there in a sense. Like, what happened to Oscar Lindberg? I mean, this guy used to be dominating the start of the season. I mean, they rekindle a line of Kevin Hayes with Victor Stahlberg, JT Miller. I thought something was going to happen there. Having Kreider with Oscar Lindberg and then Jasper Fast there, I thought something was going to happen. But Oscar Lindberg has been regressing the same way Chris Kreider. Like, what happened to Chris Kreider? Like, where is the, like, I was expecting Chris Kreider. Every time he plays the Minnesota Wild, Chris Kreider is out there finishing his checks, doing something to get this team going. I was just hoping that Dylan McIlrath was gonna fight somebody, and of course, there was a cheap hit there on McDonough by, I think, what's his name, Coyle, but the point is that McDonough gets a headshot where it's a no call, and then McIlrath tries fighting this guy, and this guy completely refuses to fight McIlrath. It's like, you know what I mean? Because we all know what would have happened right then and there. McIlrath would have later beaten, and then this guy would have just been completely put in his place, and that's what I'm expecting to see in tonight's game. I think Dylan McIlrath needs to fight Dustin Byfuglien and put a beating on this guy just to set the tone for this game. Because I'll tell you, the Minnesota Wild, look, we have trouble versus the Minnesota Wild. I mean, playing the Winnipeg Jets tonight is gonna be big trouble, because this is a big team. And if we don't send the message early, and basically we need to come out finishing our checks on these guys, putting a hurt on them. Basically, I'm looking for Dylan McIlrath to basically to finish a check on Dustin Byfuglien, where Dustin Byfuglien doesn't even know who Dustin Byfuglien is anymore. That's what I'm expecting. Like, I'm just, I'm just disappointed with this team right now, like, defensively. Like, we are collapsing in our own zone. And Ulf Samuelsson needs to do something, and do something quick. Vigneault needs to tweak his system up a bit. And, I mean, we just need to simplify. Plain and simple. Cover your guy and try to force turnovers. And basically just keep the puck going the other way. Like, basically, we just got to keep firing this puck. Even if it doesn't go in, just stop being fancy. Just simplify it. Just get this puck on net. Let's keep firing the puck on net and trying to get to them rebounds. And eventually, we're going to get something going. I mean, the whole point is the best defense is offense. If we have the puck and we don't have the other team taking any shots on a goaltender, we have a better chance of winning the game. So I really feel like we have a chance to have a short memory come out tonight and forget, put that game versus the Wild behind us and get back to playing Rangers hockey. All right, I'll keep everybody posted, and just remember, let's go Rangers.